let's do another fall scene. This is one of my favorites. I'm taking my big mop brush with light blue and white, doing nice long strokes all the way across and all the way back to about the middle. Then I'm going to take a little bit of a green blue with the light blue and white and go the rest of the way down. I am using stretch canvas this time. And after you do the whole background, make sure you dry it for the rest of these steps. I'm taking a medium round brush with some dark brown and black and adding a horizon line right where the sky meets the water. Then I'm going to introduce you to a new friend. It's called the Fine Sea Sponge. It does a very similar texture to the other sponge I use, but a little bit smaller. Starting with dark green and light green, I'm going to very lightly bounce my sponge like a bunny across my horizon line. Do you see that fine texture? This gives you the illusion of trees in the distance because they're further away from you. And I'm going to do this all the way across my horizon line. Make sure they're not all perfectly straight. Some are taller than others. And then without watching my sponge, I'm going to dip right into yellow and like a golden or mustard yellow. Now think about where trees start to change color first, usually towards the top, right? So towards the top of these green trees, I'm going to start bouncing the yellow in, overlapping over top of the green, and then growing the trees upward. Notice I'm never dragging the sponge, I'm only bouncing it like a bunny. Remember that. You'll never forget that, I bet. And we're going to do that all the way across to the other side. And then I'm also going to do orange. Notice we have almost every single color of the rainbow in this picture. I love it. The only color I've never been able to find is blue. If you ever find a blue leaf, I'd love to see it because I've never seen one. But I'm taking orange and I'm doing this all the way across. Notice my trees are a lot taller on the one side. I just wanted variation. And then I'm going to take a very small detail brush, some black and brown, and I'm doing a couple little lines growing up from my horizon line. These are just the illusion of tree trunks, a different style tree in the distance. You can give them a couple branches, see those couple V's. Just make sure your lines don't go over top of your leaf line because they would be inside the leaves. And I'm going to do that all the way across. And then with my sponge, I just take a little bit of yellow and blend in a couple of the tips to make it look like they're sitting inside. With my medium round brush, I'm also going to blend in or clean up that edge. You can even blend in your horizon line with a little bit of your watercolor. That way it just doesn't stand out quite as much because we want to do the focus of our painting now, and we're going to do an island right in the middle of your water, halfway down. Do a line with really dark brown, a little bit of black in there. And I'm going to do 2 tree trunks. Make sure it's a little thicker at the bottom. Notice how he's not perfectly straight. They're kind of wavy going off to the side, and they're going all the way off the picture. Don't forget some light tan for highlights across the one side of your trunk. And then your branches. See my V's? You don't want to get too detailed, but make sure they're reaching up towards the sky, all the way up, and some are going off the page, just like that. Now let those dry. We're going to do some grass with a fan brush. I'm even adding a little bit of brown to my green because people are going to be like, why is your grass green? It's fall. Okay, we're going to make it look a little dead. But with a very light touch, we're going to drag the grass upward. Always plant it from the bottom and pull up. Never go from sky to the bottom. Otherwise, it'll look upside down. Doing that all the way across the bottom, and then we can take our bigger sea sponge and some dark and light red. Remember I said we'd have almost every color of the rainbow? I'm just bouncing in some red leaves. I wanted this one to be my focus because red is my favorite fall color leaf. And I'm bouncing in, just filling in enough. You don't want to lose your entire tree, but do that. And don't forget some that fell off onto the bottom. There might be even some in the water. Hey, this could be a reflection. I'm going to blend those in a little bit. There we go. There's a fall scene. Now look at this. With stretch canvas, you want to clean up your edge a little bit if you didn't paint all the way around in the first place. So I take my spouncer, one of my round sponges, and I just drag it along the edge. Just cleans it up, and then if you hang it on the wall, it looks like you have a finished frame. There you go. There's another fall scene.